Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Zoro's Tech. As promised in the last premiere video, I told you that I will bring another phone to compare with Poco X3 so that we could have slight, outline-edged differences and a slight bit of idea that what actually are you getting with this price point, whereas what you can get in the market. The phone that I have brought here to compare Poco X3 with is the mid-range king from OnePlus, that is OnePlus Nord. And today we will see in this small little video how does Poco X3 fare as in comparison to OnePlus Nord here. I know. Now the price, they are actually not in the same league. They call them mid-rangers, but this phone here would cost you more than twice the price of Poco X3. In Pakistan, I guess its retail price right now is going anywhere in between 85,000 to 88,000, whereas Poco X3, it's been launched by the company for 41,000. But if you go into the market, you might get it from a wholesaler friend for 39,000 or 40,000. So they are league apart, but just for a slight comparison of AMOLED versus IPS LCD, the camera, 48 megapixel camera versus 64 megapixel camera, the finish, the size, the width, I think this would be a better device to compare it with. So without further ado, it's gonna be a small little video just to show you the basics. So Poco X3 here and OnePlus. Putting them both aside, OnePlus comes with a glass back but with a plastic frame. Poco X3 comes with a plastic back but with an aluminium frame. Both phones feel equally premium when you hold them in your hands. Yeah, but as far as the thickness is concerned, this is 9.4 millimeters, this is 8.2 if I'm not wrong. Just a moment, I'll just turn these both devices on and I'll just find out. Yeah, I follow GSM Arena because their specs are always credible. So 6.44, 6.67, 48 megapixel, 64 megapixel, 6 GB or 12 GB RAM with 128 GB. This is 6 GB RAM with 128 GB. Snapdragon 732G, whereas Snapdragon 765G here. 4115 mAh battery in OnePlus and 5160 mAh battery with Poco. So Poco is excelling in the specs, actually better specs than a more expensive phone, I would say. So let's see, first let's check out the body here. Okay, that is what concerns a normal consumer more. So the body is, yeah, this is 9.4 mm thick, and whereas this is 8.2 mm thick, which comes in 3.2 inches here, and this comes as 0.37 inches. I did not know that just a difference of 0.04 inches would make Poco looks so thick. You see, look at the profile, look at the view, look at the thickness here. Poco seems pretty thick as compared to OnePlus Nord. Heavier, I won't say no. They weigh equally good. And it's a good weight. It says OnePlus Nord stands at 184 grams, whereas Poco stands at 215 grams. So about 31 grams more, but that does not feel. You don't feel that when you're holding the device here. All right. A couple of more things and then we go to the camera. The display here, it's Fluid AMOLED 90 Hz HDR10 plus, whereas it is IPS LCD 120 Hz HDR10. I will put both of these phones for the comparison purposes on 50% brightness. So these both phones are working on 50% brightness right now, and this is how it goes. Just a moment. Oh yeah. This is OnePlus Nord at its 50% brightness, and this is Poco X3 at its 50% brightness, and I would say, my god, there is hell of a difference. Okay, I've turned the lights down just to show you the exact resolution. How does it fare to be in the daytime? Turn all the lights down, and now I'll put both of these phones at 50% brightness. See, this is 50%, and here you go. This also comes to be more or less 50%. And my god, there is this difference, you see. This, oh, sorry. What happened here? Just a moment, let me go back. Yeah. So, this is GSM Arena specs page open on both of the phones, and you just see it's pretty clear on OnePlus Nord as compared to Poco X3. It seems dim. It seems very dim and blue. Even though I have put the brightness at equal. Yeah, I understand this is an AMOLED, fluid AMOLED screen. This is an IPS LCD, but this difference is a bit too much, I would say. So now, you see, I told you the body size. Now let's go to the display and see what does it say here. Okay, IPS LCD, 120 Hertz, HDR10, 450 nits. Whereas here we have fluid AMOLED, 90 Hz, HDR10, 644 inches, 100.6 cm, 87.6 screen to body ratio. Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on both of the screens here. OnePlus Nord has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the back as well, whereas Poco comes with a plastic back. So as far as the cameras are concerned, 48 megapixel main camera in OnePlus Nord with 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel depth and 2 megapixel macro with a 32 megapixel selfie camera and 8 megapixel of ultra wide, which is much appreciated. Whereas once we come to Poco X3, the main camera is 64 megapixel, okay, exceeding OnePlus. 13 megapixel ultra wide, again exceeding OnePlus 8 megapixel ultra wide, and then 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth, and a 20 megapixel selfie, whereas OnePlus has got a 32 megapixel selfie. OnePlus can give you 4K recordings in from both front and back camera main cameras, whereas Poco gives you 4K recording only from the main camera. The selfie camera gives you the max of 1080p full HD resolution video at 30 frames per second. Rest all the modes are there. The modes are good. The sound, yes. OnePlus has got a single firing speaker, whereas Poco has got stereo speakers, one down here, one up here with the embedded in the earpiece. For the battery, we have 5160 mAh, 4115 mAh at OnePlus, so clear win here for Poco. Fast charging 33 watts, 62% in 30 minutes and 100% in 65 minutes. Whereas OnePlus claims fast charging 30 watts, 70% in 30 minutes. Now I don't understand this technology much, but I don't know. They've got 33 watts and they are still charging 62% in 30 minutes. Of course, there's the battery size difference because Poco X3 has got a big hefty battery that should last you good enough for about 1.5 days of full use. I will not say it would last you for 2 days, but a complete day of use, yes, Poco would be your better bet than OnePlus. But both of the batteries and both of the charging systems are so good that whenever you get a free break for 30-35 minutes during the daytime, you just plug it in and it will juice up enough to last you through the night as well. Before you sleep, you shall be having maybe more than 50% battery available with you. So here comes this concludes the resolution. Now I'm gonna put both of these displays onto a test with a YouTube video, so you can see how does that come up to be. We'll put same thing here. I guess I'll put a 4K video sample maybe. Oh yeah, it wobbles a bit when you put it down on the flat surface. And the same video I'll find here. Oh, very nice, because the camera unit is centralized on Poco X3. There is no wobbling. There's no wobbling at all, which is actually a good feel. Haptics on Poco X3 are very nice, not overpowering. Actually, both of these phones have got nice haptic motors, and if you're not a real haptic buff, I think you should not have any trouble. Just a moment. Oh, I had put it on airplane mode, so let me turn this airplane mode off for you, and here we go now. Yeah, so this is again at this for this purpose I will take the resolution to max. Both of the phones at the max resolution, and I will play this 4K video for you here. Okay, so I've put on the same video on both of the phones. Both phones have got their resolution at 100%, and let's go, let's see. And the audio here is also at its. Let me turn the audio down for a while. First, let's concentrate on the video. Okay, OnePlus Nord gives you a much brighter, much clearer video here. I will put both of these to full screen now. Here you go. Here's the screen with the Poco X3. It's bigger, it is more immersive, but you can see the color differences that are coming because of a super fluid AMOLED and IPS LCD display. Now, this is not justified to compare these phones side by side, so kindly do not take it as a review in which I'm telling you go for a Nord and do not go for Poco X3. I'm just telling you the difference between an IPS LCD and this fluid AMOLED if you opt for that. Now, if we turn this OnePlus upside down and you just concentrate on this video, it is beautiful enough. The camera is good. The display, I like this display. It is with maximum resolution, and I do not need, I guess I do not need more than that to enjoy my video experience here. Plus, the kind of price tag that I am looking at, half the price of the other phone, I would love to spend 40K somewhere else. It's a big amount. I'd spend it somewhere else rather than spending it on the phone when I can get this beautiful screen and this bad boy in my hands with all the top specs that are available in the mid-range segment. I don't think so anyone, any other phone right now is offering more bang for your buck than Poco X3 is offering you. Okay, for the speaker comparison between OnePlus Nord and Poco X3, all I can say is that I made a small little clip for you that showed both of the phones side by side playing an English song and an Indian Bhangra song, but it was turned down by YouTube because of the copyrights. So all I can say is OnePlus Nord has got a mono speaker or single speaker system that is at the bottom grill, pretty loud, and you don't miss a stereo sound. Whereas in Poco X3 you get stereo audios with one speaker embedded behind the earpiece and the other one at the bottom grill, at the bottom of the phone, and it is pretty loud. But again, as if the way I've told you in my inauguration video, and there is a hollow chamber well within the body. It's about at the center of the phone. If you knock on it, you'll feel like you'll experience that there's something hollow, and That's why once you put the audios at the maximum level, the sound tends to resonate. It tends to, there are vibrations that are adding to the lows and the bass of any particular song that you are listening to. Initially looks creepy, initially feels strange, but kind of grows on you. So I actually don't think that you are going to mind that vibration that comes out of the phone. Overall audio quality, very pleasing and loud audio with a little bit of bass. Mids are clear, highs are very good, and overall sound stage is pretty. You could say it's like a slightly bigger room, so you're not going to have any of the complaints or any regrets with the audio system and the speakers of Poco X3 as compared to OnePlus Nord. And that concludes our video segment, and let me show you some indoor low light pictures taken from the both phones. 64 megapixel here, 48 megapixel here, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 13 megapixel ultra wide. So let's see, we'll go to the library. Alright, here are some low light images taken with both the phones. On top OnePlus Nord, and at the bottom Poco X3 NFC. Keeping the resolution at a maximum. Don't get disappointed, because you can see there's a lot of difference in color situation and the tones here, but this is coming from a 48 megapixel sensor. This is coming from a 64 megapixel sensor, but then again, this costs 88,000, this costs 40,000. So for 40,000 rupees, good enough. Oops, wrong picture. See, this is the wide angle working, the 8 megapixel wide angle here and 13 megapixel wide angle at Poco X3. So coming closer to the element, to the subjects here. If you zoom in quite a lot, it becomes grainy, but then again, I have not turned on any mode. I've taken the pictures the way we take it on everyday basis. We do not open the pro settings and set up our phone for maybe 5-7 minutes before we snap one picture. That is for the pros, that is for the people doing the reviews and everything. For me, for an everyday Joe, you'll just see something nice, you'll take your phone out and you'll just click. Maybe you won't have even the time, most of the time you don't have the time to turn the night mode on as well. So this was the purpose, to keep the phones at their auto settings in a low light environment, and to show you that still you can get good enough pictures. Now you can tweak these pictures, tweak Poco X3's pictures way better with the night mode and the other pro modes that are available in the phone. Wait. But for now, I just wanted you to see what it can do without any kind of a mode being turned on. Just a moment. Here you go. Let me zoom in. The only gripe that I get is with the screen resolution when I see it as compared to a Fluid AMOLED. But well, hide it and I'll be okay. See, the details are sharp enough here. Good enough picture. Very nice details captured in. It was extremely low light. It was just two lights turned on. Just a moment. Here we go. See, both the cameras, they have captured pretty good details from our Vespa model. Aside from this resolution problem, I don't think that there's anything wrong with the camera of a Poco X3 for an everyday user. This would be a nice experience, actually a pleasuresome experience to use this particular shooter. These were the two lights only in the lounge when I took all these snaps. And this was the model that came in. Not on the special demand, she just saw me snapping these pictures and she came here. Her name is Salim, and she was adopted about 4 months back. I run a small little animal rescue called House of Paws. In the coming videos, I will introduce you to some of our pets, some of our furry babies that live with us. We've got about 30 plus dogs, 35 plus cats right now, and we give them for adoption. The way they say, you cannot buy love, but you can always adopt. So if any of you would ever like to have a furry partner in their life, a furry friend, we are your people. Contact us, comment in the comment section, and we'll send you all the details. It's a non-profit thing. I do not run any charity, or I do not get any funding. I do it out of my own pocket with the help of a couple of like-minded friends who want to help these furry babies. So in the coming episodes, inshallah, I will introduce you slowly and gradually to a lot of them who are looking for their forever homes and their humans. So take one of them home, give them a home, make a difference in their life. All right. See, we can see the details on OnePlus, and its 48 megapixel shooter are slightly better, rather a bit way better than Poco X3, but the kind of price points that we are getting for the Poco, I'm pretty impressed with the lighting performance. See, I did not use macro on this shot. It was again get close to the subject and snap. All right, just one important point. Then when you'll be shooting with Poco X3, you'll see the camera struggling a bit in the low light to focus, but that doesn't mean that it does not focus. It would. If OnePlus Nord focuses within 1 second or so, it would take about 2 to 3 seconds to focus, but once it does focus, it gives you a very nice picture. And this thing, because its camera bump is onto one side, you won't have this problem with Poco X3 because of the centralized camera bump. It does not wobble, which is a good feeling. All right, so last but not least, our Joker model. She likes to get snapped in the low light. You'll be coming across this scooter and this lady. You can name her. If you want to give her some nice name, just leave it in comments and we might rename her that. And see here. The details are slightly grainy on Poco X3, but turn it upside down and you've got nice low light image here. So overall, pretty satisfied with the camera. Audio is good. The resonance that comes from the back of the phone while playing music videos, slightly distracting initially, but with the passage of time, you'll be okay with it. And actually, you'll end up enjoying it. All right, as far as the fingerprint sensor is concerned, pretty quick, pretty darn quick. Okay, now we'll go for the face unlock. Okay, so you see pretty quick face unlock here. Side mounted fingerprint sensor, very accurate, very fast. Overall, these were the small little factors, a few comparison points that I wanted you to have just to understand your Poco X3 better. Not that I'm promoting OnePlus Nord here. Here it goes out of the video, and we are left with the star of the show, that is Poco X3. For the price point of 39,000 or 40,000, I don't think so you can get a better value phone than this in the present market. Okay, so this was my these were my candid opinions and a quick review on day-to-day use of this Poco X3. I hope you found it useful, and if you've got any questions that would come to your mind, please do not hesitate. Just write down in the comment section, and I would love to answer. I would love to research. I would love to go in the details and search the web, ask people, and bring those answers to you. And for the next time, before I let this Poco go, I would like to, give you a slight more idea about this particular device, and will introduce you to the differences or maybe comparison of it with another budget range segment phone which has been very successful in the market, that is OnePlus Nord. So in the next video, we will put these devices side by side, and we will see how do they fare in comparison to each other. Although there is no comparison, this price is more than double the price of this one, but they call it a mid-range segment phone. The OnePlus calls it their mid-ranger, and this is a priced mid-ranger by me. So putting them side by side might clear some of the ideas and might give us a bit more insight into Poco X3 and how does it fare in comparison to OnePlus Nord. So that is I guess that is going to be the topic for the next video. And for now, thank you very much for your attention. And yes, one more thing before I go. Right now, the audio quality of this video and whatever it is there, the way it is being recorded on an iPhone 11 Pro Max. I don't have much of those frills, real big ass camera and those mics and everything. Well, slowly and gradually I'll get richer and I'll buy all that stuff, and you will see me sitting in a high-tech studio getting myself this video with the help of real high-tech cameras and all those mics and all that stuff. But till then, kindly bear with me, and hope to see you again in the next video. If you like this one, kindly subscribe it, share it with your friends, share your ideas with me, and we'll be back soon. And for today's purpose, could you bring that anchor, those? Yeah, before we close this, I was supposed to announce that giveaway. To commemorate this episode, I will be giving away a nice hands-free by Anchor, which is again, thanks God, there's one company which is bringing excellent quality stuff with warranty, backed by the company. This is called Anchor wired earbuds Verve. This is Anchor Verve, exceptional sound wired earbuds, comes with the local warranty with Anchor seal, and I've used these once before and they are beautiful. Very premium finish, very fine materials, real metallic feel to it, and I guess the drivers are about 13mm drivers in here, so pretty loud with their bass. Lows are very thumpy, mids are very clear, and highs again do not disturb the mids or lows, so they complement each other. This is gonna be the giveaway for this video, and all of you, those who have seen it, all you have to do to participate in this giveaway is kindly leave a comment, like the video. Don't like it if you don't want to, if it is not good, but leave a comment in the comment section, and we will choose one of the subscribers at random, and we'll contact you then, and this is what you can get. if you win. So thank you very much, and hope to see you here with the next video. For now, signing out. Peace.